Hey everybody, welcome back to some more vinyl. And as you notice, I'm wearing the same shirt that I have in the past 4 presentations. They were all shot in the same day, so just letting you know. Let's get started with Montrose. This is Jump On It. I will fly by these unless you see something interesting. I can show it again. This is Linda Lewis, not a little girl anymore. Beautiful singer, beautiful voice. The Ohio Players, Contradiction. I really love these guys. I've talked about them earlier. Jimmie Rodgers, who did the song Honeycomb way back in the days. This is one of his albums. Yeah, I do have a lot of country music in my collection. But it's got to be the old twangy stuff. I like that the best. Give me some George Jones and early Johnny Cash, country and western music. Jimmy Buffett, Havana Daydreaming. Very good singer. Everybody's heard of Margaritaville. His music has a great sense of humor to it. Some of his songs have punchlines, and if you want to have a good time, just put on some Jimmy Buffett. And this is one I do highly recommend, Havana Daydreaming. Given to me as a graduation gift was this person I'd never heard of before. This is Gino Vannelli. He had a hit some time back with I Just Want to Stop, but before then, I think this was like 1977, he released this album called Popper in Paradise. I played it for a friend of mine, and he said, sounds like Elvis. And I didn't think about it that way, but I guess he could sound like Elvis, I don't know. But the song called Mardi Gras and the Valleys of Valhalla are some beautiful songs in this album. And he even has an orchestra backing him up on some of the songs on side 2. The reason why I'm spending a lot of time talking about him is Gino Vannelli is one of my favorite singers, and I recommend you checking him out. Here we have Blues Project. Carlos Santana, this is Marathon. Good album. Photomaker, I showed you earlier the promotional copy of the first album. This is their second album. It's called Via V. Okay, make sure it's position. It's a good record. I love the photography. This is the third album, Transfer Station. And I believe they only released 3 albums. Here is great performer. This is Elvis Costello. Love the guy. This is his album. This is My Aim Is True. If you want to check out another good album, it's This Year's Model and Armed Forces. But Elvis Costello's music was just, he's the only person who could do what he does. And coming up is Chuck Mangione, Children of Sanchez. Good album. I believe that's a flugelhorn that he's playing there. But a song called Feel So Right was a big hit for him. And he used to do those Memorex commercials. Some of you are too young to remember what Memorex commercials are. But this is a good album from a movie that's only mediocre, but Elton John's Friends. Beautiful stuff. This was hard to get for a while, but now you go to about any record store, you're going to see this. And I highly recommend you pick it up and listen to it. Elton John. Here's a group called 1994, Please Stand By. Don't know much about them. My favorite Aerosmith album, for those Aerosmith fans, one of them is Rocks. I also like Get Your Wings, which I believe is their second album. But this one here is really good. This is Draw the Line. The song Critical Mass is worth the price of the entire album. So if you only listen to that one song, Critical Mass, that's what I'm recommending. The cover was drawn by Hirschfeld. If you're not familiar with this guy, he's responsible for drawing many celebrity pictures, especially Broadway plays. And it would have been an honor if I had gotten famous enough someday to have him draw me. But unfortunately, he passed away. But there he is drawing the Aerosmith, the guys from Aerosmith. Draw the Line. Slice of Lemon is a compilation. I think Dick Clark had something to do with it. I do not recognize any songs on this album. It does contain, wow, this Doris Day right next to Bob Dylan and Simon and Garfunkel, Dave Brubeck Quartet, Dave Clark Five. This is the first time I've noticed those songs on there, but you got Bob Dylan's Maggie's Farm right next to Doris Day's Fly Me to the Moon. That is a very unusual record, but now I'm really anxious about listening to that one. The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, a really good group. Louisiana's LaRoe, one of my favorite covers, tells a story. Also a great band, I think from the 70s. Neil Diamond has put out a lot of compilation albums over the years, and this is one that I think is good. Another one he did was called Rainbow. But this particular one, he's got Stones and Brooklyn Roads is on this album. I like it. If you like Neil Diamond's early stuff, check it out. Check it out. Oops. This is the Windy City Breakdown Jonathan Cain Band. Haven't had a chance to listen to that yet, but looks like the world's tallest roller coaster back there. A little bit of mayhem in the picture there. It's kind of cool. That's Jonathan Cain, followed by Michael Quattro. Some great artwork on that as well. For those of you who've heard the song 99 Luftballons, this is Nita. This is a record by her. I've always liked that song. Santana's first album. This is really good listing here. This has got Evil Ways on it. Some great guitar work from Carlos Santana. I am going to show you one of these days some of these albums that I bought that are in black and white with textured covers. I've colored them. I colored the line beige and yellow and orange, and I made some psychedelic design on it, and I'm going to show you how it looks. So Long Harry Troon by Danny O'Keefe, another great singer-songwriter from the 70s. One of my favorite debut albums is this one by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Everyone's heard of this one. We've got Take a Pebble, The Barbarian, and of course Lucky Man is on this album. And from what I've learned, Lucky Man is an anti-war song. But great musicianship from those guys. While I'm thinking about it, one of their best albums is an album called Works Volume 1. It's a two-record set, and there's 4 sides to it. Each artist took a side for themselves to do their kind of music. And the 4th side was the 3 of them getting together and doing Fanfare for the Common Man and a song called Pirates. So we had a chance to see how good they were on their own and how good they are together. If you get a chance, listen to the song Pirates by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It is epic. Okay, we have Donna Summers. Miss her very much. This is I Remember Yesterday. Great voice on her. She kind of was one of the first people to marry disco with pop music. This is Kimya Dawson and Friends. I bought it because it just kind of looks cool. Folds out. But if anyone knows anything about this or have listened to it, or perhaps if Kimya, you're watching, tell me about this record. Frampton Comes Alive and Little Feat's Waiting for Columbus are my 2 favorite live albums. This is my 3rd favorite live album. This is Bebop Deluxe, Live in the Air Age. If you're dubious about whether you like these guys or not, get this record and listen to a song called Peace of Mind. It's on side 1. You will be hooked, as I was. And by the way, the cover art is from the motion picture Metropolis, directed by Fritz Lang. Lastly, we have the 3rd album from Free. This is called Fire and Water. And this has the hit on it, All Right Now, which that's a song that gets me out of bed in the morning. And I really love this group. And I highly recommend, if you have not listened to Free, start with this album. It's called Fire and Water. Okay, well, that should do it for this presentation. Thanks for tuning in, and look forward to seeing you again.